So we're live and we are going to share screen. Okay, so what I am basically doing is just going through and I'm just gonna close out my other tabs real quick. I probably should have done this before. Okay, so let me just kind of get this set up real quick. Okay, so right now they are doing like they're just talking about the right now they're just showing a trailer for Megan 2.0. Wait, what else did they say? There are Megans on stage dancing to Oops, I Did It Again. Mm, It's discussing film saying. Megan follows Megan, who is hired by the military to stop another android who is killing all of her creators. She also skydives off a mountain while performing some sort of heist. Interesting. This is the Five Nights at Freddy's. This was revealed right before I started. And the Black Phone 2 reveals the film is set at a winter camp with a phone conversations happened. Ethan Hawke's character also skates across ice to kill in once. That's cool. Yeah, there's the Five Nights at Freddy's trailer for anyone. Wes Anderson's movie has been talked about already. Nobody 2, which I'm actually quite excited for. The first Nobody was a pretty big surprise. So, got How to Train Your Dragon 2, which I love the How to Train Your Dragon movies. The first How to Train Your Dragon was the first movie I ever saw in theaters. So I'm very, very excited to see how that goes. I'm and them greenlighting a sequel shows that they're confident in it, which is what gives me hope. New trailer for the Bad Guys 2 shown at CinemaCon shows bad girls stealing. Okay. They've also talked about Jurassic Park Rebirth, but I'm gonna see if anything new is happening. Oh, I'm sorry. James Wan is on stage. Uh-huh. For those of you who don't know 3C, he's a really funny YouTuber. Ooh. Okay, let's go back to um one take. They are about to watch the trailer for Soulmate. Uh-huh. I believe that James Wan production company has something to do with this movie, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody too follows Hutch on a vacation with his family, but he learns the town he's in is corrupt and drug ring. Interesting. Him, which is a new horror movie starring one of the Wayans. Yeah, Marlon Wayans. Oh, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, let's go back up to the top, see if there's anything new. Um, they're still watching Soulmate trailer. Let me look on. Let me bring up the Hollywood handle on a different thing and see if they have anything new. For those of you who don't know, all of like the Seth MacFarlane shows were renewed today, and The Simpsons and Bob's Burgers that all got picked up for another 4 seasons. Good for those guys. I'm happy for them. We already read that. Here, see what the Hollywood handle has. Hmm, Hang on a second. What studio is behind this? Amazon. Okay, so that I think Amazon is tonight. No, I believe that tonight's panel uh is Amazon's panel. So, which actually I'm very excited for Amazon's panel because I want to hear more about uh Phil and Lord and Chris Miller's new movie, Project Hail Mary, which it stars Ryan Gosling and is based on a book that I don't really know much about, but the talent involved is what makes me very wanting to see the film. And the guy who wrote the novel is the same guy who wrote The Martian, which is a great movie. I'm still watching stuff for Soulmate. See if discussing film says anything. Um, no. Hollywood Handle still says that they're talking about Soulmate. So, what are upcoming Universal movies that they haven't talked about? Universal. So they haven't gotten to Wicked for good yet, which they are very much going to. Um, they might talk about Shrek 5. I'm not sure though. I'd like for them to talk about something about Fast X Part 2, because I mean that hasn't been spoken on in a minute. I mean, oh, I want to hear about Super Mario 2 and um Jordan Peele's new movie. I don't know if we will, but it would be nice. They're spending a long time on Megan, like a really long time. Then tonight for Amazon for them to go ahead and announce Red One too. I mean, it's gotta happen, guys. Red One was so good. Yeah, I'm sure you saw it. Oh, Fucking Twitter April Fool's Day got me. It said Beetlejuice slash Ghostbusters film at work. Fucking hate Twitter. Um, oh, looks like Hollywood Handle posted. Come on. Oh, Wicked for Good Time. So Super Mario's Minions 3 and Shrek 5 have been mentioned. Okay, so it's time for Wicked. I had a feeling that would be next. How? Ooh. Discussing Film says Steven Spielberg's new UFO film is described as a return to form for his iconic sci-fi films with a major twist, starring Emily Blunt, Wyatt Russell, Coleman Domingo, Colin Firth, Eve Hewson, and Josh O'Connor. I'm okay. I'm very excited for that. That is very, very exciting. Still just says Wicked. Um, yep, one take says the same thing, just Wicked. I'm assuming that they're probably gonna show them footage of Wicked since I think that they did for the first one last year. So I think that that is kind of so my guess it would be that they're just doing showing some footage for Wicked right now. What time does this one go till? Hmm? 5:30 their time. So it's closing up here soon, I'm pretty sure. Yep. The panel's almost over. They're ending it with Wicked, guys. And I don't know if we'll get any footage from it since Wicked, I don't think it doesn't come out till November. Yeah, November 21st. So I don't know if we'll see anything. I kinda doubt it because it's still a little ways off. And now they're playing the orchestra is playing music from Wicked at CinemaCon now. So, I mean, when did the first Wicked trailer come out? Um, I guess that it, I guess that the teaser for Wicked AF came out at CinemaCon. Um, February. It came out February 11th of last year, and the movie didn't come out. So yeah, we might get our first look at Wicked for good. I would not be surprised. Let's see. Still just says Wicked for good time. Oh, Cynthia Revo and Ariana Grande are there. which I mean, there's been a lot of people who have been there. A lot of people will come in, so that's not that big of a surprise. But hey, still something to. It shows that they definitely care. I mean, I'm sure that they're contractually obligated to be there, but you know how it is. Uh, there he goes on the stage. Ugh. Yeah, so Wicked for Good is gonna be the last thing. Oh, Jim Orr, president of theatrical distribution at Universal, said that Homer himself would be proud of Nolan's The Odyssey. So it sounds like Megan 2.0 is basically just Terminator 2. And Soulmate is Companion, which, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting. So, okay. So this is the what they saw for the Black Phone. The grabber goes full Freddy Krueger and is seeking revenge on the kids from the first movie, From Beyond the Grave. He's got full demonic powers now and can make children hallucinate cruel deaths. That's interesting. Huh. So, are we gonna get anything from Wicked? Let's see. Still just Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are there. Yep, still just they're there. What are they doing? I don't know, but they're here. They're watching a first look, according to the Hollywood handle. Cast on Sage, they will show a first look. So they are watching. So, yep. And then the co-owner of Discussing Film has says no more updates on the Odyssey or Spielberg's new film. They were briefly discussed, but now Wicked for Good is closing out Universal's presentation, which makes sense because that's kind of their kind of like wrap up movie of the year coming out in November. I doubt they have anything coming out after that, so that's sounding about right. I would have liked for them to have touched upon um Mario 2 because I kind of want to know a little more about like what's going on there and like does it have a release date? Super Mario 2. It does. April 3rd, 2026. So that's like right when CinemaCon will be happening next year. So you would think that they would have talked about it a little bit at least. Because it's not like they're really gonna touch on it next CinemaCon either. Because literally, if like normally it's the first week in April, like I believe that's what it was last year too. CinemaCon 2024. Yeah, April 8th to 11th. So 2023. April, yeah, March 31st, April 3rd. So I mean, it. I don't know. I would have thought that they would have talked about it here at least. Hollywood Handle, still just first look. Uh, um, I am genuinely confused as to why they didn't talk about Mario. That definitely would have made sense to. Like, I know that it says that they've been mentioned, but you would think that they would just touch on Mario a little. Because, I mean, when does Minions 3 come out? Minions 3. Oh, yeah. Minions 3 comes out next year. When? Like, what? I know July. So, yeah, it makes sense that they didn't touch on it here. But, and same with Shrek 5. I understand why they didn't talk about Shrek 5. It just, the only one that doesn't make sense to me is why they didn't talk about Mario. It really feels like they should have. Because, I mean, if CinemaCon is like what people say it is, and is meant for upcoming movies within the year between the CinemaCons, which is what it's supposed to be. Mario 3 is with, or Mario 2 is within that year. So, like, I don't understand. First teaser is now being shown, is what Discussing Film says. And then it says that Cynthia Erivo promises less waterworks on the press tour for Wicked for Good. And Ariana Grande promised she packed tissues. Okay, so now they are watching the actual teaser. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna be. I'm gonna be kind of surprised if it's not shown to the public, honestly. Just from when, just looking at what they did last time. Since this time last year, the teaser for the first movie was already released. That's the only reason why I'm expecting a teaser. And honestly, I'm excited for Wicked for Good. I really liked the first one. I watched it I'd say about a month ago, and it looks really, really good. Or it was really, really good. So I am excited to see a first look at a new one. Here it is. Um, okay, so this is what they saw. Wicked for Good footage. Glinda runs outside Shiz, asks Alphaba to come inside before the monkeys see her. Alphaba says there's no going back. Prince Furio is hunting Alphaba. Alphaba gets a new outfit. Glinda sings for good and says, think of what we could do together. That's part one of two of what they saw. I mean, this has to be like releasing soon-ish at least. Within the next month or two. Okay, Wicked for Good looks beautiful, according to the Hollywood Handle. You're the only friend I've had, and I've had so many friends. Alphaba and Glenda and Wicked for Good. One takes news says chills, literal chills. So it's looking like this movie looks just as good as the first, if not better, which is very, very exciting. And that's a wrap on CinemaCon. We will. They're saying tomorrow we have, but Amazon is tonight. Amazon MGM is tonight. So and that is at 8:15 Vegas time. Right now it is 5:40 there. So we have about two, 2.5 hours roughly. So I am going to end the stream here because that's it for Universal. They're not gonna reveal anything else. Let's see. Hollywood. That's a wrap on Universal's CinemaCon panel. Yep, tomorrow is Paramount and Disney. Um, Looking at anything else, just did they post the second part of their footage breakdown yet? Who had that? They had that. Let me read off the second part of that footage breakdown real quick. Fierio confronts Alphaba. Alphaba says, "You're the only friend I've ever had." Glenda says, "I've had so many friends, but you're the only one that has ever mattered." Alphaba flies off to see the wizard. That does sound good. I'm, I am very excited for Wicked for Good. It sounds very good. The first one was very good. So hopefully, oh, as well, the Wicked for Good trailer finally shows Dorothy and the rest of the four being included in the plot. They do not show who has been cast as her though. So that will be a surprise, I guess, probably for the movie watch. It's going to be why am I blanking on her name? Judy Garland. Watch, they're just gonna like AI Judy Garland or something. Anyways, I had fun. I'm probably gonna do this later for Amazon's. So see you then.